us, I swear, now go with the go so. Yes, men, they kill us every day for them busy, they campaign again. After they failed all the promises they made, oh, then they praise themselves. Why the masses were supposed to give them the praises we they are they run to? Move it out. I blame it on the religious leaders. I blame it on the traditional rulers. People were supposed to fight for the people, they don't compromise. Shame on the rebellious brothers. People will cry with us during answers. Today them don't join those oppressors, they eat jello. Something on the smell of. Very soon now we go perceive them. We have up where this government they cause my time bomb. It go soon explode. Revolution they come. It is very close at the film. When the power of the people we triumph, the power of the people in power. They no even care, they no even send. Say the people they die of hunger. Hungry dog is an angry dog. One day you go bite the owner. Idle man is the devil workshop. Many youths for Nigeria no good job. And the country the youths got no future. The country is gone, that's on period. Move it out. I blame it on the judiciary leaders. I blame it on the electoral officials. People were supposed to save the nation, but they collected bribe. Shame on the armed forces. People were supposed to protect the masses.
Kiwe wesu garani odianja ninem odia ninem kepurita kwa samado dendo nihi no bụ na ngi bonye na agwo odia anyị we na akpọkụ gị onwe gị bụ sunele nke ndị agha ka igwe mere anyị ebere ka akwa ka anyị na-ebe ka ude nke anyị na-asụ wee bịa n'iru gị ka iwe mee ka Biafra bụ eguzosi ike ka anyị wee n'ikpete mazụ nya ha sọgotụta na nsọpụrụ na ịja mma site n'ebighị ebi mara n'ebighị ebi ise mama dịrị gị Chineke mama dịrị gị Chineke.
If I go about deliberately looking for who to disturb, who is going about deliberately looking for who to disturb? You say never go about. Then you don't need to go about. They will come. They will come for you. You don't need to go about. What did our leader say about these people? I want you to listen to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Say, please don't go about looking for trouble. Chai! The Shoji. Mad people everywhere. I want you to listen to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu.
That the structure doesn't exist. The institutions that will allow the emergence of a
rather than going on now. Now, let me ask you. I know. Why don't your group put?
For those who will always say, "Oh, why don't you win election? Why don't you bring somebody who is going to win election for you? Why don't you go to national conference? Why don't you do this? Listen to what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu answered.
Push for that in a place like the national conference that is going on now to get that kind of autonomy first, rather than now pushing for independence without whether Nigeria wants it or not.
The fact of the matter is that the structures doesn't exist. The institutions that will allow the emergence of a democratic Biafra within a peaceful setting does not currently exist in that very place you call Nigeria. Mind you, that is the name of a river. Up north, you call them Niger, which is French. If you come down a little bit, it is called Niger, which is English. And the people that live around it are called Nigerians. The only place, or part of the only place in Black Africa where you name a people after a river. I have never seen any civilized country in the world where people are named after a river. It's never happened before. The people own the river, not the other way around. By tacitly accepting the word and the tag Nigeria, what it means is that you never had any history until Frederick Lugard came, which is a fallacy, it's an abomination, and nobody should be saying that. Coming back to what you said, there is no way we can run for office as a political party. We tried it with ABGA and it did not work. These issues were trashed out very well. Is that the people that control the levers of power within Nigeria are not politically sophisticated enough to appreciate the finer points of political discourse. In other words, that disputes resolution can best be conducted within a political setting where people are civilized. And I'm afraid to say that what I see in the zoo they call Nigeria, people are not civilized.
Now, we're out of time, but let me ask you, last week, I believe, the Biafran Zionist movement claimed a responsibility for the attack at the attacks in the Enugu State Government House. Are you familiar with that group, and what was the mission of that attack?
I am familiar with a lot of groups. That name rings a bell. Anybody that can do anything to disrupt the present orthodoxy of governance by a group of very corrupt cabals is welcome. In that regard, I welcome what they did at Enugu, and I hope that people can come out and join us when the time comes to overthrow the very corrupt, inept old men and women in charge of that very place, because Biafra must exist. It's our right to make sure it happens.
All right.
While Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not condemning any group, while Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not condemning any group whatsoever, just like I am supporting any group at all, so long as you are fighting against Nigeria. While Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not supporting, is not condemning any group, the people that claim follow him today, they say Simon Ekpa is a terrorist. Simon Ekpa is this. Simon Ekpa is that. After 10 good months of fighting Simon Ekpa, they didn't achieve anything. After 10 months of fighting Simon Ekpa, they didn't achieve anything. Yet, they are now changing tone. Simon Ekpa is a terrorist. Simon Ekpa is the leader of unknown gunmen. Chai! This OG. And they are looking for freedom. You see, the more you blackmail me, the more you are blackmailing yourself. You think you are blackmailing me. You are blackmailing yourself. You don't know that? When the BBC came and do their nonsense disinformation, is it only Simon Ekpa that they showed his picture? Is it only Simon Ekpa? You all were there. All of you were there. You could not even defend yourself. The same Simon Ekpa you are calling all manner of names defended you there. And let me tell you, even when they mentioned Simon Ekpa, the issue they mentioned Simon Ekpa, there was not even, I can defend anything I say. All of you, you could not defend yourself, yet, you blackmail me. You think that when you blackmail me, when they want to call name, they call only Ekpa? All of you, your picture were there. No, my picture was my video was hidden in the video. But all of you, your picture was there. Every day you look for Simon Ekpa, you post. Simon Ekpa is Nwapoda. Simon Ekpa is a Perima. Simon Ekpa is this. When the thing begin to happen, you think it doesn't, they will call you. And when the issue started, you could not defend yourself. You couldn't defend yourself. BBC did not say it was Simon Ekpa. BBC put your picture, all of you, as you were blackmailing Simon Ekpa, they did not say it was, they put all of your picture. So this one, they say, we are going to kill this one, we are going to kill that one. All of your picture was there. Your video was there. Yet, you will wake up every day to blackmail Simon Ekpa. And every day, if you don't, of course, some of you can never learn. Hatred and jealousy of Simon Ekpa have beclouded the brain that you don't even have at all. I do not know when they are going to learn. They think when they promote Simon Ekpa by calling Simon Ekpa criminal, the BBC will come and say Simon Ekpa. All of you, the more you are calling me a terrorist, the way you are calling me a terrorist is the same thing you are calling yourself. You think when you be a terrorist is oh Jesus Christ. This BBC disinformation should have teach all of you a lesson. You think when you come to social media because you hate me, because you are jealous of me, because you don't like me, you think when you call me criminal, you are going to pay for everything you say. You are going to pay. You carry my name and blackmail. Simon Ekpa is the leader of a non-government. Simon Ekpa is this one. Simon Ekpa is that one. You see the way BBC is dealing with you people? If anything is going to happen anywhere, you are going to also be dragged into it. And you can't even defend yourself. It's body boss. It's in pataka everywhere.
Welcome. Thank you for joining me on this very evening section of our program. We have done the morning section, and as always, we have two sections every day. This is our evenings program, and in our evening program, we don't take much time. At most, by 1 hour time, we'll be done. So we'll try as much as possible to make use of the time that we had and use it wisely. So in this very program today, wherever you are joining us from, I welcome everyone that have joined. As you join us, you like and share the program. Try to invite someone to join also. Don't watch the program alone. As you are watching, try to invite those people that have questions to ask, that have superior argument, those that have different opinion, and those that have something to share with us. Invite them to join us on this program. As always, we will continue to do what we have to do to make sure that we give Biafra a voice. For those who are joining us for the very first time, this platform where you are watching this program is a platform that stands for Biafra. It's a platform that speaks for the independent state of Biafra. A platform that speaks on the operation of the Biafran people by Nigerian government. A platform that represents the Biafrans. In this very platform, we don't come here to instigate violence. We do not come here to preach hate. We don't come here to attack any individual or persons. We do not come here to attack any race or religion. We don't come here to attack tribes. What we do in this platform is to present Biafra as a remedy to the terrorist country called Nigeria. We are presenting Biafra as a solution to the failed state Nigeria. That is what we are doing. And in this platform, we reveal the atrocities of Nigeria against the Biafran people. We bring out the reasons why Biafrans do not want to be part of Nigeria anymore. We expose the secret war that Nigerian government is fighting against the Biafran people on a daily basis. That is what we do here. This platform is not for saga. It's not for propaganda or blackmail. We say things the way they are. Even though you disagree with us, even though you don't agree, there's no problem. If you have a superior argument, bring it on. We are ready to entertain it. All you need to do is to send your request and we will bring you in. You make your opinion. And while you join us in making your opinion, try to be civil. Don't insult anybody. We are not going to insult you. Try as much as possible to be civil. Appear in a decent manner so that the people who are listening to us across the world can understand your line of argument. We disagree to agree. That is why we come to this platform every blessed day to make our case. And we will continue to do that until Biafra is free. The freedom of Biafra is not negotiable. Nothing will make us stop talking about our freedom. Nothing will make us compromise, and nothing will make us sell our freedom. No amount of money will be enough to be given to us. We don't want anything from Nigerian government. We do not want their presidency. We do not want any resource from them. We don't want any support or post or whatever. We don't want any allocation from them. All we want is our freedom. We are talking about the Biafran people, the old southeastern region, the present southeast, lower Kogi and lower Benue. This is Biafran territory. For a very long time, our Supreme Leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have cried out for a referendum to be conducted. Nigeria turned a blind eye to it and they refused to conduct a referendum. And our Prime Minister Mazi Nnamdi came on board and took us to the part of that referendum, and the referendum was conducted. More than 50 million Biafrans voted to get out of the contraption called Nigeria. More than 50 million Biafrans. So whatever we are doing today, or wherever we are standing with that more than 50 million Biafrans who casted their vote for Biafra to exit Nigeria. We are standing for them, we are standing with them, and we will continue to speak their voice. We will give a voice to Biafra. That is all we do. So today, this evening program, we are going to take it as always. We want to speak on a topic which says prioritize freedom. Prioritize freedom, not fear. Biafra, part of survival and victory. We must prioritize freedom. The Biafran people, this message is to Biafran people, more especially the Biafran people. Prioritize freedom, not fear. Biafrans' paths to survival and victory. This is the topic we are discussing today. When we say prioritize freedom, every one of us know what freedom. If you have not known what freedom is, check it up. Or if you have not known what freedom is, try as much as possible practically. Try and go to the prison and visit those who are in detention. If you cannot go to prison, go to the cell, police cell, wherever you are. Visit people who are in detention, people who have been there for weeks, for months, for years, up to decades, people who are in life sentence. Go and visit them in prisons. Ask them questions. Ask them what they desire most in their life. Ask them what their plans is, and then you will know the importance of freedom. And for those of us who has been in detention at one time or the other, if you have tested it, just like many of us have been there, you will understand what it means when we are talking about freedom. Enslavement and slavery is never an option for any human being created by Chukwu Okike. There is nothing that can be compared to freedom. And no amount is too much to be paid for freedom. No sacrifice is too much for freedom. That is why we will continue to demand for our freedom at any point in time. Every day, every minute, every hour. Whenever we have that opportunity, we will continue to speak about our freedom. And that is why we are choosing this topic, that every Biafran must prioritize freedom. The most important thing in your life, the most disturbing thing that will trouble you has to be your freedom. You must prioritize your freedom. We must prioritize freedom. It doesn't matter what anybody is saying. It doesn't matter what they are saying in any angle, in any corner. We must prioritize freedom. That is why we have to think of a way to push our message. That is why we have to remain consistent in the way we do things. That is why we must not allow anybody to take over what we have worked for. That is why we will continue to demand and ask for freedom. Wherever you are today as a Biafran, do not be discouraged. It might be difficult as it is now. It might be difficult. But I bet you in a short while we are going to be victorious. Wherever you are as a Biafran, the quest for self-determination is something that is your right. Don't allow anybody to bully you, to make you scared of it. We know that today, some countries of the world, some governments of the world, some individuals are criminalizing self-determination, even though they know it is lawful. The reason they are doing that is to make you walk away from that right, to make you be scared of your freedom. But wherever you are, we must prioritize freedom without fear. Every one of us, we must prioritize freedom without fear. It must not be on a violent way. We, the Biafran people, are not violent people. We have never been. Even though Nigeria is trying to paint us to be violent, we are not violent people. Biafrans has never been violent. It's not in their nature. If they were violent, the massacre of the Biafran people started since 1945. And there have not been any reprisal, no attack, no. There's no time we hear that Biafrans are going for reprisal. Never. Since 1945. There have been massacre of Biafrans across all the states in Nigeria. More especially in northern state by the Fulani Janjaweed. And we have never taken any action of reprisal. Not because we don't have the numbers, not because we don't have the equipment, not because we don't have the population to react, but it is not in our nature. We are not violent people. We have never been. And when we are asking for self-determination, it is not about violence. It is not about violence. The only people that brought violence into the self-determination was the Nigerian government. Just the same way they have done in other things. They created their own group, they infiltrated the group, they forced the people to react. They push you to the wall that when you look back, you don't see where to run to. We have to push back. Sometimes when you see the Biafrans react, what they are doing is that they are pushing back. They are pushing back because there is no place to run to anymore. There is no place to run to. And all we do is to push back. We must prioritize freedom without fear. Don't allow that fear they are trying to introduce to catch you. Do not allow the fear they try to introduce by indiscriminate detention of our leaders. We must try as much as possible to protect our communities. We must protect our communities in Biafra land. Just as we speak now, you know what is happening in Okigwe. You are getting the news of what is happening in Okigwe. The human rights abuse, the genocide going on in Okigwe today. We must not be silent. We must protect our communities. We must push the movement of Biafra towards survival, eventually victory under heavy state repression. We must push back. We must push back. There are so many things that we need to do. At this point in time, there are several things and many things that we're supposed to do to make sure that we put our words out there. And some of the things that we're supposed to do are the things we are going to look into today. We must prioritize freedom, regardless what you see, regardless what you hear, regardless the attack. We have seen the paths that we have gone. We have seen how they detain our Supreme Leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu unlawfully. The same thing to our Prime Minister Mazi Nnamdi. And they are ready to detain as many people as they can. But we must not allow fear to grip us. The only thing we have to do today is to continue to press on, change strategies, and look at where we made mistakes and make corrections. If there is any place you know we have made mistakes, make corrections where necessary. That is the only thing that we need to be doing today. Make necessary corrections where needed. We must ground the struggle of Biafran people in rights, in laws, and in legitimacy. The same way we have been doing it before, from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to Mazi Nnamdi, we have to continue on that path. Ground the struggle in rights, human rights, in our rights. We must know our rights. We must ground the struggle in laws. We must ground the struggle in legitimacy. It is no longer time to jump out from your corner, jump out everywhere from one corner and say one thing or the other, to jump up on camera and begin to talk trash. No. Every single message we are preaching today in the cause of Biafra has to be based on international law and human rights. Each time you are speaking, each time you are professing Biafra, each time you are preaching the message of Biafra, base your argument and speech on international laws and human rights, even though we know they don't obey the laws. The same thing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has been doing, and Mazi Nnamdi have been doing. That is the only way to stay safe, and that is the only way to draw attention for people to listen to you. We must continue to anchor our message in international law and human rights. In self-determination, self-determination is recognized in United Nations. It is recognized a United Nations instrument, and it is a moral legal frame that makes your chain harder. Don't ever forget that. That is why we must ground everything we do on laws, on human rights. More especially self-determination. Make it known, make it clear. All we are going for is self-determination. It is recognized in United Nations, an instrument. It is a moral legal frame that makes you claim harder to dismiss. Once we present our case the way we are supposed to present on human rights, on self-determination, it will be difficult and very hard for these criminals, those countries that are corrupt, to dismiss us. It is almost impossible for them to dismiss it. Because what they are doing today is that when they talk about the issue of Biafra, they present it as criminality. They present it as fraudulent. They present it as violent people, thereby making sure they turn away the eyes of the West from the real thing. So what do? We have to continue to hammer on self-determination as enshrined in international law. Self-determination, one of the instruments supported by United Nations. That is our moral right. And that makes our claim harder to be dismissed as mere criminality. You know, that is what the Nigerian government is doing. They use their media to blackmail us, say all manner of nonsense about us. They blackmail the agitators, blackmail the human rights. People who are asking for self-determination, they are criminalized. We are not violent. We are not asking for any violent operation. We are not violent in any way. All we are asking is self-determination. The request is clear. But instead of government listening to us, what do? They bring war upon us indiscriminately. And what do? We push back in self-defense. This is what we do. We push back in self-defense. Biafrans are not violent people. We are not criminals. We must use this to be speaking because some journalists and diplomats are also listening to our programs. NGOs are listening. And if you know a journalist or a diplomat you can be able to approach, or NGOs, continue to make the case for self-determination for Biafra. Each and every one of us in your own little way. As you see, the people who were in the front line, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, Mazi Nnamdi, they are no longer with us today. We cannot stop and say because they are not here, there is still something we can do. We can continue to begin to go on outreach to journalists across the world. Anyone you can reach, they have their platforms. Send information on self-determination of the Biafran people. Diplomats that you can be able to read. There are many of us that are living abroad, meet diplomats. You can be able to present the case of Biafra. Self-determination is what we're asking for, nothing more. And this is something, a right that was guaranteed by United Nations. If there are NGOs you can approach them, talk to them about Biafran self-determination. We will continue to keep the ball rolling until our leaders join us and will leave Nigeria as it's supposed to be. Always try to pay attention, telling people what our objectives are. It is not enough to on camera or come online, write nonsense, attack your brother and sister. No, tell the world what our objectives are. Our objective, what are we seeking for? Self-determination. Self-determination. Whichever platform you have built for yourself, you have volunteered to use it to speak about Biafra. Talk about the self-determination of the Biafran people. Nothing else. Continue to preach it, speak about it. They are listening. Don't think nobody's watching. Even if it is only one person in your platform, somebody is watching. You never can tell who is that person watching you. You never can tell. The social media network is very big. You don't know where your video will get to. It can change life. We must continue to tell the world what we want. One of the things we have asked for and called for a very long time is a peaceful referendum. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu spoke about peaceful referendum, shouted and talked about it. Nobody listened. Our Prime Minister, Mazi Nnamdi, went ahead to conduct self-referendum, peacefully, self-referendum, to give them an example of what we are talking about in case they play dumb, that they don't know what it is. Mazi Nnamdi conducted self-referendum, in which more than 50 million Biafrans voted and said they want to leave the Zoological Republic. That self-referendum is expected to be endorsed by the Nigerian government. And if they refuse it, or international community refuses to endorse it, let them come and organize their own and conduct it, and let's compare. Let's compare. We want to control our own area. We want to have our own nation. We want to be in our own nation. That is what we want. We want the Nigerian government to be held accountable for all the abuses, all the human rights abuses in Biafra land, all the genocide, all the disappearance. These informations are already with Amnesty International. The case is already in ICC, but Nigeria never listened to pay attention to those cases. Why is the world keeping silent? Why is the world keeping silent? More especially in the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, where the United Nations told them, let this man go, he's innocent. You went to Kenya, kidnapped him, and you extraordinarily renditioned him into Nigeria. That you have no legal right to try him. You cannot stand on illegality and you'll be talking about legality. It doesn't happen anywhere in the world. Use your little platform. Speak about these points. Peaceful referendum. Negotiated autonomy. Accountability for abuse. That is all we are asking for. That is what we are asking for. Why is the world silent? Are these too much to be asked? Is it too much a request to make? Every blessed day, even as we speak, our land is bleeding. Every day, even as we speak, innocent children are dying. Many women are made widows, men are made widowers, orphans are filled everywhere. People lose their businesses, homes, and properties. And the world is silent. Human rights abuse is the order of the day. In a time, even when some countries have confirmed that Nigerian government is a terrorist government. Look at the loss of life that is happening everywhere. In the northern part of Nigeria, the north is in the hand of the terrorists. And yet the whole world is silent. Nobody is saying anything. Every one of us, Biafra, don't be silent. Don't think nobody's listening. Some people are listening. A time will come when they can no longer remain silent. We must continue our message. We must continue our message, and we must use discipline. We must use disciplined, strategic, non-violent actions also. This is the time to apply disciplined, strategic, non-violent actions. Everybody know that we are non-violent. And from the time of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu up to date, we have never been. All we are doing is to push back against the atrocities to protect our land. All we do is to activate self-defense to defend our land. It is not targeted at anybody to destroy anybody, to fight anybody, or to go against any innocent person. No. Everything that the Biafran people have done has always been peaceful to save life. And we are trying and adopting many non-violent systems that have tried other places. We are trying it. Just like the civil disobedience in Biafra land. The civil disobedience we are adopting, sit at home, is a non-violent means. It doesn't hurt anybody. The Biafran themselves sit at home. They don't hurt anybody. And demand for what they want. Call the attention of the world. And show their disapproval of Nigerian government. It has been adopted in so many places and it worked. And today we are adopting it. And the whole world is taking record. We must continue to do that. The Biafran people are not violent people. We have chosen sit at home because we cannot protest in Nigeria. We cannot protest in Nigeria anyway. Any attempt to protest, you know what it's going to cause? Nigeria doesn't tolerate protest. Once you protest, they will come and they will shoot on people. And innocent life will lose their lives. And because of that, we have chosen a non-violence means, civil disobedience, to continue to air our opinion. And we will continue to do that. No matter the violent crackdown of the government, no matter the violent pressure from the government, we will not. It is before the whole world that they are the ones bringing violence to us. It is not hidden. Nigerian government are the one bringing violence to us. Every Biafran, wherever you are, you must stand strong. Don't lose your guard. And every one of us must continue to document abuses and build an evidence base. Every single abuse you see in Biafra land, document it. Send it to us. Those of us online, send it. If you have access to send to any organization, NGOs, please do send it. These informations are very important. We have to be systematically continue to document human rights abuses. I have a lot of them. There are so many, we can't share them on social media. Document them, we send them to the right authorities. Don't say it doesn't matter, it matters. There are still people who have conscience across the world. There are still men of conscience, I believe so. Try to keep, and when you are making a video of the atrocity in Biafra land, try to use English. Try to use English to speak so that the whole world will know what you're saying. Keep your record very well. Mention the name of the people involved. what is happening and where it is happening, when it's happening and how it happened. Very important. Some of us do not know how to document all these things. You will see somebody recording a video you want to post on the social media for the world to see, and you are doing it in Igbo language. When you are doing the video in Igbo language, you won't even mention the dates. You won't even mention the area. You are not helping. Document informations systematically. Document informations with evidence by mentioning who is involved, what is involved, where, when, and how it happened. It is very, very important. You think nobody's watching? They are watching. They are watching. We have to continue a robust documentation. Individual incidents everywhere, make sure you cover it and document it. These informations are important because journalists can use it. We can send it to journalists, both international, more especially international journalists, international bodies, international courts. All these documents, all these informations are very important. Just like our Prime Minister is in the Finland court, we have furnished them with a lot of information in as much as no, they are compromised. They are compromised because if Finland is looking onto the information we sent to them, there are numerous evidence that will make them not to even invite Mazi Nnamdi, let alone say they want to take him to court. But we know that they are compromised. But we will not stop. We will not stop. There are also testimonies of people who have fallen victim in the hand of Nigerian government and they survived. Evidential testimonies, we have to keep them and share it. Store it, secure it properly. It is useful. We store it and share it to people who are supposed to get hold of it, to international journalists, to reputable NGOs, to the legal clinics, and so many other international bodies. These things are very, very important. We need to change the way we do things. We need to be keeping records. We need to prioritize our freedom. In prioritizing our freedom, these are things we are supposed to do. We have to do things according to law. Just as we have been doing. Just as Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have been doing, Mazi Nnamdi did. We have to continue on that path. Because our enemy, they are bent on using propaganda to destroy us. One of the things that we have to continue to do is to make sure we internationalize the issue. Every single thing that happens in Biafra land, we have to internationalize it. That is why I am online 2 times every day. The world is watching. The world is watching. The same way Nigeria is putting their propaganda even to international media, we have to stay on course, continue to internationalize everything. We don't have to keep quiet when it happens. We have to continue to shout. Shout as much as you can online. The world is watching. We have to internationalize issues. Diplomacy, media, and legal channels. We have to internationalize it. That is why I'm saying when you are recording something, record it in English. When you are bringing evidence or recording videos in Biafra land about events, record in English, speak in English. Try as much as possible, put it in English. Don't put it in Igbo language. Because the information is meant for those out there. It's meant for the international bodies to look into it and see what is happening. When you have this evidence, mention places where, how, and when, time, mention them. Give dates in those documentations. The international bodies, lobbying people, we have to use all this information on our behalf. We have to continue to amplify all these crimes of the zoo We have to put pressure. The way we put pressure is to push these things and make it be in the front line everywhere. And when we are bringing these informations, make sure it is a verified one. We have a lot of verified information Biafrans are bringing, but most time they make the video in Igbo language, which is not helping out. Do your video in English language. Save them that cost of going to look for a translator or translating. No, it doesn't work that way. They focus on things they see immediately and go ahead with it. Nobody is going to have the chance to translate your own content. Nobody have the time. Try as much as possible to put it in English. We have to be strategic. Tell the truth at all times. Say things the way they are. Don't hide it. Don't hide the truth. Don't hide the truth. Say the truth. Say things the way they are. Provide piece of evidence, verified ones, photo, pictures, evidence, videos. We have to use all this to create more awareness and draw sympathy to Biafra. Draw attention on people that matter so that they can speak. Join their voice and speak. We need them. We need them. We need them. Every Biafran, wherever you are, know that we have a responsibility. Don't shy away from it. And we must continue to build a strong community. We have to continue to build a survival system anywhere you are in Biafra land, more especially in Biafra land. Build resilient community, institution, and everyday survival system. Build it. You can organize yourself in groups, in sections, to meet the need of your neighbor, to know what is happening to your neighbor. We can do that. All these things are the way we can help ourselves now. As you can see, we are helpless. Nobody is speaking for us. No politician is speaking for you. No representative for you anywhere. You need to represent yourself. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was there speaking for us. They shut him down. Mazi Nnamdi came up, they shut him out. Today, we have to speak for ourselves. You speak for yourself. Open your mouth and tell the world what is happening. So they will know that Biafra is not about one person. It's not about one man. It's about all the Biafran people. All the Biafran people. We also have to develop economic resilience, encourage local economy, encourage things that are done locally in Biafran land, encourage local economy. Patronage of sympathetic businesses. Patronize the businesses in Biafra land that is owned by Biafran people. Patronize them. By doing that, you are equally building your region. You're equally supporting. You're equally supporting. Every one of us should try as much as possible to look for a place, something you can do to add meaning to what we are doing. We also have to add our voice in messaging, narrative control, and media strategy. That is where we are. That is the area I am. The area I am, messaging, narrative control. Whenever they bring those their evil narrative, wrong narrative, we shred them into pieces. Just like they are trying to change the narrative and say that we are the troublemakers. Meanwhile, they are the good people, which is a lie. They try to paint Mazi Nnamdi as the bad guy. The whole world knows that Mazi Nnamdi is a good guy. The same thing they did to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is a good guy. The same thing they're still doing to you and I. They want people to see us as a bad guy. That is why when we come online, you focus on presenting yourself innocent to the world. Not to come online and be like the same thing your enemy is saying that you are. You come online and you show You show the world that you are full of anger, envy, jealousy. You are full of wickedness. You are full of violence. That is what you display online. When you continue to do that, you are not doing Biafra any good. You are not doing Biafra any good. We have to be controlling the narrative. When they push those lies, we in the media, we trash them and say the truth the way it is. Any platform you control that speaks for Biafra, when you come and speak and tell the world what our problem is, what we are facing. Present facts with video evidence, picture evidence, testimonies. Journalists produce your message accurately. And that's what I do. Sometimes you see me, I play videos that are coming from Nigerian government to confirm what I'm saying. I use videos that are coming from Nigerian government to confirm what I'm saying. Video that come from the northern part of Nigeria to confirm that it is not only Biafrans that are facing the trial, even the north are facing it. When we say Nigeria is a terrorist country, we bring facts, evidence. You see where they were saying that a member of Boko Haram can become a president. All this is evidence. They are evidential, and the world is watching. These are things we have to continue. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have been doing this for a very long time, and we don't have to stop doing it. This is even the time we have to intensify in what we are doing, and we have to be cautious in our security. We have to secure our communications. Mind who you talk to. Mind who you discuss with. Today you see voice note flying right, left, and center. This one said, this one said. Mind the person you talk to and the language you use. Because today you don't know whom to trust. Once you pick your phone, you want to talk to your brother, they are recording. Once you talk to somebody, they are recording. And tomorrow they will use it against you. We must be very careful. Mind who you talk to. Mind the people that you talk to. Mind the kind of voice messages you read. It is very important because the enemies are after these items and they're going to use it against you if you're not careful. They will use it against you if you're not careful. And before you know it, you are gone. Before you know it, you are in trouble. Every one of us should be able to come together and know what we have to do. We have to come together and know what we have to do. We have to focus on when we make a plan, we remain consistent in that plan. That is where consistency comes in. You see, like the Northerners, the Fulanis have a project for more than 100 years ago. A project given to them by Othman Dan Fodio more than 100 years ago. Up to today, the Fulanis are pursuing that project with all their muscles. They are pursuing that project with all the muscles in them. They are not stopping. They are not stopping. We must be open to be able to allow things happen. We must prepare ourselves. We must also prepare ourselves legally. Prepare yourself legally because anything can happen. As a Biafra, you know we have enemies across the world. The whole world, they ganged up against us. And they are only looking for a small loophole, a small mistake you make. They use it against you. You saw Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. All the flimsy accusations that are putting before them. That is why you must be very careful. See Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, even in their court, you see them playing the video of his program. They are playing the videos. Extract videos from the program that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu conducted. You saw them playing it in the court. You think it's a joke, huh? You think it's a joke? It's not a joke. So whenever you're online talking, you must be careful what you say. Say things you can be able to defend. Say things that are factual. Say things that you can back up with evidence. The world is watching. Our enemies are not resting. You must know your rights at all times. Those inalienable rights, self-determination, self-defense, they are your rights. Know when and how to apply them. Know when and how to apply them. And that is why you have to be careful in anything you're doing. Make sure you stand on a legal ground. Make sure you stand on a legal ground. These are what we need to implement at this point in time. It is no longer come and talk and go. It is no longer a child's play. It is no longer just come and make noise. Time has gone when you come to make noise. We must continue to speak to each other as a family. Advise each other, stand by each other, stand side by side with everyone. You have seen how they are pushing us. You see how they are dragging us. You see how the global conspiracy is very, very open. That is why we must be very, very careful in everything we do. We must be very careful in everything we do. Make sure you are standing on a legal ground. The people that we are in our front, people who laid the foundation for us, we knew how they fought. We saw how they fought. We saw how they fought for freedom. It was all about our self-determination. Anchor your journey on self-determination, because it is a right. It is your right. A right supported by international law. African peoples and human rights law supports it. Even Nigerian law supports self-determination, but when it comes to Biafra, they criminalize it. But if you know your rights, if you know that self-determination is your right, you won't be afraid. That their fear will not affect you. They will like to bully you, they will like to call you names, they will like to give you different kinds of, one thing they do very well is to criminalize what you are doing. That is one of the strategy of Nigerian government, criminalizing what you are doing. They did that to people who were asking for a better Nigeria. During the NSAS, they were not asking for division of Nigeria. They were only asking for a better Nigeria during NSAS. But Nigeria criminalized that very protest. Nigeria themselves created a false flag operation with their criminals to infiltrate those people who were doing that thing, just to give them a bad name, to kill them. And they succeeded. They did the same thing in end bad governance that happened recently. They did the same thing. They did the same thing to the group of El Zazaki, the shared group. The shared group, they infiltrated them and thousands of them were shot dead. And they have been doing that to the Biafran people every now and again. They have been doing it to us. But once you know your rights, you can never fall into their fear. That instruments of fear they are using against you, you will not allow it. It cannot weigh you down. It doesn't matter what they say. It does not matter what they do. You will continue to stand tall. Because self-determination is your right. It is not a privilege. It is a right. Self-determination is never a privilege. It is a right. So when you are fighting for it and speak for it, you speak with all assurance and strength. Likewise, self-defense. Self-defense is also your right. It's also a right enshrined on international law. That is what we are saying, that everything you are doing, first of all, build your foundation on international law. That's what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu did. Why do you think they cannot be able to bring any evidence against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? Even when they bring his videos in their court, they couldn't find anything. You saw the videos they played, and you saw how his lawyers defended in that cases. Today, Mazi Simon Ekpa is in the Finnish court, defending himself. The only thing that is playing out is that These two countries, Finland and Nigeria, are criminalizing self-determination against the international laid-down rule and laws, which both of them signed up for. They only decided to give the dog a bad name to kill it. What we are fighting for is self-determination from day one. And Biafrans has never been violent, and we are not violent people. We are not. We have never been. It is only Nigerian government that is forcing us to be violent. They are the one recruiting Biafrans, training them to become violent in order to use it against us. But I bet you they are going to fail. They are going to fail. Wherever you are as a Biafran, you must not give up. You must not give up. Every one of us must continue to speak. Speak truth to the authorities based on facts. Anchoring your message on self-determination at all the time. It is your right. Nobody can take it away from you. It is not a privilege. It is your right. It doesn't matter the name they call you. Of course, they will not call you a good name. No matter what the name they call you, let it not scare you. We know that Nelson Mandela was called a terrorist. Martin Luther King Jr. was called a terrorist. Gandhi was called a terrorist. Many people that they celebrate today, we are called a terrorist in one time or the other. And this is the time they always use to crack down on those who are genuinely seeking for the freedom of their people. Every one of us must be awake. Intensify your effort in bringing out evidence. When you see evidence, document evidence. If you can't send it to NGOs and governments of the world, send it to us. That is part of the duty we have on the media, supplying evidence to organizations, to NGOs, to reporters about what is happening in Biafra land. Though many of them, when they get the information, they pretend they don't have it because of the global influence. But yet, we will not stop. As I always say, there are still men of goodwill out there. There are still men of goodwill out there. This situation will not be like this forever. At a point in time, somebody is going to stand up and speak, and that time is coming very close. That time is coming very close. Every time you hear that Nigeria is sitting on a keg of gunpowder, that keg of gunpowder is close to explosion. It's close to explosion. And that is why it is important we prepare our home and prepare defense for ourselves. The Northern Caliphate Fulanis have already positioned themselves everywhere in Nigeria. They are in charge. You see a military helicopter that is supplying them ammunition in their forests. You see a military helicopter supplying them, and you'll be wondering how they get their ammunition. They have the sponsorship, they have the money, they have the contacts. They are prepared in our bushes, waiting for order. And I bet you that order is close to coming. That is why when I see people celebrating for the absence of their brother, they are celebrating, oh, Gentle have been killed, Gentle have been... You are celebrating. You don't know what you are doing to yourself. Wodike, wifi keruol, echoba dike achoba. Wete dike ke egbuo, wete dike ke egbuo. Mgbe ifi ihe dike ruol, echobazie dike achoba. Some of you are joining some Luciferians. The people will know that are the sons of Lucifer. Someone that, like the one that called himself Ikenguruaga, and the one that called himself Ijele, who has made it a point of duty to fight against their own. They are not even hiding. Today, saboteurs are not hiding. In this, that is why this one is terrible. In 21st century, in the case of Biafra, saboteurs know they hide. That is why when people begin to call somebody saboteur, anybody you see, you brand the person saboteur, just to discourage people or just to insult the person. They are using that insult. This is not. The main saboteurs today, in today's, they don't hide. We see them online talking. We see their voice notes. Those of them who cannot come online, who are still hiding their faces, you see their voice notes. The saboteurs, people who are sabotaging Biafra, they are not hiding. Someone like Iken Guruwago, go and watch his speech against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, against Mazi Samareba. And the one he's doing recently, calling the names of those who are fighting for Biafra. He is calling the names of everybody that is fighting for Biafra, marking them for death. And some of you are not worried. The saboteurs today are not hiding. They are in the open. And the sabotage, koro, you don't need a scientist to come and verify and find it for you. You don't need a microscope to come and check and know who is a saboteur. They are in the open today. They are dancing naked in the market because we are not violent people. If Biafrans were to be violent people, such cannot happen. If Biafrans were to be violent people, that kind of a thing will not, you dare not do it. If you do it, attack Biafran, attack their leaders in broad daylight, you can't do that to the Fulanese. You see Fulanese, even though they have terrorists, you see them discussing their terrorists. And the terrorist was speaking boldly. I just watched his statement, his press release. A terrorist well armed with a military cap was making threat against the government. In a peace meeting with the government, he came armed. And you see the unrepentant look and speech, you know that something is coming. But still yet, you don't see their people talking trash about that guy. You don't see their people calling for his head in the open because they know what will come. You don't see people criticize him anyhow because they know what will be the result. That they don't take nonsense. Unlike we, very peaceful people. You can come, you abuse us, you curse us. Look at Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Riffraffs everywhere abusing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, calling his names. Look at Mazi Samareba. Riffraffs, people that cannot even afford 1 square meal. But when they find themselves in online, you see them abusing and cursing somebody who can feed them and their entire generation. And when they do finish, they walk away peacefully and go to bed and sleep. Because we are not violent people. If we were to be violent people, they can't do that. They can't try that. You can't try that, abuse our leader and see and be there the next day. It's not possible. But because of whom we are, the Biafran people will love life, will respect life, will respect humanity. And they know that we do. They know our nature. That is why they are capitalizing on our nature. Because of our nature, they decided now to be using it against us. But are they going to make us to change? Of course, we cannot change who we are. Chukwu Okike have created us the way we are. And that is why I said that this mission is his own. If Chukwu Okike does not lead in this freedom, it will be almost impossible. If Chukwu Okike does not come to the front and lead for us to have our freedom, it is impossible. We can't have it. But because he's already leading from the front, because Chukwu Okike is already leading, that is why they are unleashing every single arsenal they have. And I bet you they are going to release all. But at the end, truth will win. At the end, truth will win. My fellow Biafrans that are watching, I appreciate every one of you that have participated on this very program this evening. Remember, we must prioritize our freedom. We must prioritize our freedom, no matter what happens, no matter what happens, no matter what you see. Don't allow fear to make you to stay away from your freedom. Don't allow fear to dictate your life. It is said that if coward dies 1,000 times before his or her death, Don't take your own life even before they come. We must remain consistently strong, resilient. We must remain resilient. Consistency remains the key. There is no way, there's no two ways about it. And if we remain consistent, freedom is sure. Very, very. There's no doubt. I have no doubt that we're going to be free. It's just a question of time. And the only thing that is prolonging the time is disunity. If we can unite in one mind, in one heart, we can move mountains. If we unite, we can move mountains. Nothing is going to stop us. No force in Nigeria will stop us if we speak in one voice. No force. Not even the West. Not even the support of the West. No matter the support they have from the West, they can't stop us. If only we can speak in one voice. I pray that Chukwu Okike will direct us, guide our feet, and lead us to that path that leads us to our destination. I appreciate every one of you that have made it on today's evening program. I wish you a very happy weekend. Tomorrow we're going to have our weekend program too. If you are free tomorrow weekend, join us in the morning. Click the notification bell. Make sure you join on time. Make sure you join on time so that we can hit it. You know, this time we don't spend much time on our program, including the morning program. In the morning program, at most 2 hours or 2 hours 30 minutes, we are done. Evening program, we take it 1 hour or 1 hour 30 minutes, and we are done. So try as much as possible to click the notification bell so that you can get notification. Join us online. And if you have any contribution, do not hesitate to join us. Do not hesitate to send your requests. I bring you in, you make your contribution. The whole world is watching us. If you have a superior argument, bring it on. Bring it on. Come and convince us why we should believe what you are saying, why we should do things differently. Present your argument. Nobody is the master of wisdom here. We are all learning. At the end of the day, it's either you learn from us or we learn from you. So I appreciate everyone that have made it today. May Chukwu Okike guide and protect all of you. And I pray that Chukwu Okike will guide and protect all our leaders. Thank you so much for being part of this program today. See you again tomorrow morning by the grace of Chukwu Okike. Stay blessed and good night, everybody. Bye-bye.
Nigeria don't enter one chance, I swear, now go with the go so. Yes, men, they kill us every day, for them busy, they campaign again. After they failed all the promises they made, oh, then they praise themselves. Why the masses were supposed to give them the praises we they are they run to? Move it down. I blame it on the religious leaders. I blame it on the traditional rulers. People were supposed to fight for the people, they don't compromise. Shame on the rebellious brothers. People will cry with us during answers. Today them don't join those oppressors, they eat your love. Something on the smell of. Very soon now we go perceive them. We have up where this government they cause my time bomb. It go soon explode. Revolution they come. It's very close and they feel when the power of the people we triumph, the power of the people in power. They no even care, they no even send. Say the people they die of hunger. Hungry dog is an angry dog. One day you go bite the owner. Idle man is the devil workshop. Many youths for Nigeria no good job. And the country the youths got no future. The country is gone, that's on period. Move it down. I blame it on the judiciary leaders. I blame it on the electoral officials. People were supposed to save the nation, but they collected bribe. Shame on the armed forces. People were supposed to protect the masses. One of them they shoot us anytime they hear our voice.